Hey there, beautiful people. Ready for a wild ride through some crazy laws? Today we're flying to Kenya, land of lions, safaris, and bizarre laws. And let me tell you, Kenya has plenty of those. Get ready to be amazed as we explore some of the most ridiculous and hilarious laws from this magical land. Ready for a good laugh? Let's go. Imagine you're in the heart of Nairobi, the capital city, with its skyscrapers and crazy traffic. The city is a vibrant mix of modern and traditional, where every corner tells a different story. The streets are packed with people coming and going, each with their own destination and thoughts. Suddenly you spot a guy casually strolling down the street with a chicken on a leash, as if it's the most normal thing in the world. This bizarre sight makes you smile and wonder how it's even possible. Well, you'll never see this scene in Kenya because there's a law that strictly forbids bringing chickens into urban areas. The authorities decided that chickens aren't cut out for city life and should stay in rural areas. I can just imagine the Kenyan lawmakers during their meeting. Gentlemen, we have a chicken problem in the city. We need to find an immediate solution to maintain order and cleanliness on our streets. They're clogging up the streets, pooping everywhere. We have to intervene. The situation had become unbearable, and something had to be done. And bam, law passed. Honestly, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. On the one hand, it's a practical decision to keep the city clean and tidy, but on the other hand, it seems like a joke. I get the hygiene issue, but on the other hand, poor chickens. They can't enjoy a nice city walk with their owners anymore. What did they do to deserve this discrimination? Maybe one day, we'll find a way for chickens and cities to coexist in harmony. Until then, chickens will have to stick to rural life, far from the urban chaos. Let's move on to another hot topic, polygamy, a subject that always sparks a lot of debate and differing opinions. I know what you're thinking, but isn't it legal to have multiple wives in Kenya? Well, the answer isn't as simple as it might seem at first glance. The reality is a bit more complicated. Polygamy is legal, yes, but there are many nuances and conditions that regulate it. Let's just say that polygamy in Kenya is a minefield governed by intricate laws. It's not a matter of black and white, but rather shades of gray. It's not completely forbidden, but there are some pretty significant restrictions. The laws were created to protect the rights of all parties involved. Basically, it's not like you can just wake up one morning and decide to marry 3 more women as if it's nothing. There are legal procedures to follow and consent to obtain. And you know why? Because in Kenya, women have a say, thankfully. Women are increasingly aware of their rights and don't hesitate to assert them. And let's just say they're not exactly thrilled about the idea of sharing their husbands with others. Polygamy can lead to tension and conflict, and many women prefer monogamous relationships. In conclusion, polygamy in Kenya is a complex and sensitive issue that requires a deep understanding of the laws and social dynamics. Okay, I like this law. In Kenya, there's a total ban on making noise near schools. And guys, when I say noise, I mean noise. No crazy honking, loud music, or stadium-level shouting under school windows. Kids need to be able to study in peace, and rightly so. For once, the Kenyan lawmakers had a pretty good idea. Now, this is a law that would come in handy in our parts of the world too, don't you think? You know those postcards with streets lined with lush trees? Those pictures that look like they're straight out of a dream, where nature and urbanization coexist in perfect harmony? Well, in Kenya, they're not just a pretty picture. They're the law. Yes, you heard that right. A law that promotes beauty and environmental health. That's right. There are laws that require planting trees near roads. This not only enhances the aesthetics, but also has a positive impact on the local ecosystem. This is what I call a touch of intelligent green, an initiative that shows how environmental policies can make a difference. Not only do trees beautify the landscape, but they also fight pollution and provide some refreshing shade. Imagine how pleasant it would be to walk under the shade of these trees on a hot day. In short, a simple but brilliant idea. An example of how small actions can lead to big changes. And who knows, maybe one day we'll see streets in Italy transformed into tree-lined avenues too. A dream that could become a reality with a little commitment and vision. Dreaming doesn't cost anything, right? And sometimes, dreams are the first step towards a better future. And now for a law that cracks me up. During festivals in Kenya, it's forbidden to wear overly realistic costumes. No bloody zombies, nightmare monsters, or creepy creatures. Picture this. You're at a carnival in Kenya and suddenly you see a guy dressed as a giant banana dancing the samba. Weird, but hilarious. I love this law. A little lightheartedness never hurts, especially during celebrations. And last but not least, here's the most surreal law of them all. In Kenya, it's illegal to parade around with wild animals. Yep, you read that right. No lions on leashes, elephants doing tap dances, or giraffes juggling. Safety first, people. And let's be honest, wild animals are much better off in their natural habitat than performing acrobatics on the street. And there you have it, folks. Which one of these laws made you laugh the most? Let us know in the comments.